Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. Um, so we are going to, last time I cooked the pork butt, it took a long time. I should have let it go for like 12 hours. So I'm going to put this on. I am going to go ahead and sprinkle some, oh, not the cherry. I'm going to do some hickory salt on it. So I'm going to hickory salt. And then we're going to flip it over. So now I got it flipped over. I'm going to put some liquid smoke in here. Just going to cover this side and then of course it'll go down to the bottom and get down on the bottom. But now that it's wet, I'm going to add some garlic salt. Nope, give me the big holes. Give me the big holes. Some garlic salt. And it'll get to the other side later. Let's put some seasoning salt. And y'all know this is not sponsored by anybody, but I am using their salt, but we ain't sponsored. I wanted to add some onion salt. Alright, that's what we're going to add. I am going to add a little more water to it. Adding about a cup of water to it. I'm just going to pour it on the side. This will not be going to the dogs. Not with all the seasonings on it. So I'm going to cover it. And it is 8:30 tonight. And we'll see how it is in the morning. Something I really, really, really want to do. I'm going to take an apple. And I want to cut it in and let it soak. Let it cook in there with it. If you're from my generation, you remember pork chops and apple sauce on, oh my gosh, Brady Bunch. So it just sounds fun. So pork and apples. I'm just cutting in slices, and it's just going to cook in there with it. And so the pork butt is going to take in the flavors. But this is good. I want a dry run of how it's going to work out for our potluck. At the potluck at work, I will take I'll take some G. Hughes barbecue sauce, and I'll see if anybody else has any regular barbecue sauce. Or I might take some regular and just let somebody have it afterwards. So there we go. That's just going to add a fun, different flavor to the pulled pork. There we go. Just going to layer it around. And, alright, 8:30. We'll see you in the morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. And this has been going, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 10 hours. Look, if you're carnivore, leave the apples off. I was just looking for something because I am going to be making this for a crowd later. So you just leave these apples out of it, and there is your nice carnivore. Because all I used was the real salt, the Redmond real salt, different seasonings. And those you can have when you're carnivore. My sister said that the way she knows when a pork butt is done is if she can stick the fork in different places and it just kind of just comes apart. So I feel like there's a place in the center that's catching. So I am going to let it go for another hour. So the pulled pork, it's just falling apart. So the last one I did not come apart this well. And I guess my sister knows a little something. She is the queen of crock pots. She cooks a whole chicken in hers, a whole turkey in hers. God love her. She was, when her husband passed away, he's 56, so it's very unexpected. And she said, what if there was lead in my crock pot and I killed him? Because, you know, she uses crock pot for everything. So anyway, I was like, oh, that's kind of sad to think about. But anyway, so yeah, she knows a little something about the crock pot. She raised 2 boys, and big boys, and they're off in college ages now. And one of them's going to get his master's in engineering. I think it's mechanical engineering, but I could be wrong. I don't know. To me, an engineer is on a choo-choo train. I'm sorry, Nicholas, if you're watching. I'm just teasing. I just don't understand that life. But anyway, so, yep, so we're getting this shredded up. And that feels like a bone. Hang on. Yep, it is a bone. There we go. What I'd like to do is, after I have it shredded up, I'm going to put it right back in that liquid. The apples are still in here. Again, if you're carnivore, leave that part out. If you're keto and, you know, not doing fruit, leave those out. Just got to tailor it to your preference. But I want to taste it and see what I think. I'm sure it needs more seasoning, to be quite honest, because we really just did enough for the outside. Let me see. After the flavor of that liquid smoke is in there, I'm going to put some garlic salt on it. I'm going to put a little bit of onion salt on it. And then I'm going to put it back into here. And I'm actually going to put a little minced onions down into the liquid. I probably won't on the day that I make it, because, you know, there's going to be people there who have different needs, and so I'll keep it more minimal to just the salt and that stuff. So I'm going to put it back in here. So I put it back in here, and it's actually below the liquid, which is good. That means that all those seasonings and flavors, they're going to get on all of it. I'm just going to let it cook for another, I think I set the timer for 30 minutes or something like that. Just so that way it can all, not trying to cook. It's more about just sitting there and absorbing the flavors. So I'm really going to turn it off. I just want all the seasoning and stuff that I just added to absorb in all of it. The pulled pork is done. So now I got some new bowls. So now we're going to put it out into servings. And I'm going to really taste what's on the bottom, because that, you know, the onions were down there. And I've tried to stir it up, but when I do, I don't see onions, so I don't know. But, wait a minute, not grams. I'm going to do 8 ounces of this pork. So I'm going to get this done. And again, you know, I just do the exact same weight for every container. So that way, when I pull it out, I know what I'm getting. I don't label the meat half the time unless it's something fancy. But because everything is done to have the same amount of calories. So if you're somebody who does not want to track, for heaven's sake, do this. On meal prep day, portion it out into a portion that you want yourself to have for your lunch and suppers. And then you can, you don't have to think about it. It's all ready to go. So there you go. I'm going to keep going. I'll see how many we end up with. Okay, y'all, I haven't grilled in years and years and years. So I've been letting the grill warm up. very hot. I've got some oil on here, and I'm going to kind of rub it across. I've already rubbed it off. Ow. I've already wiped it off with the thingy, but we're going to pop this in here. And, I've got a meter in this one, so I'll be able to tell when it's done. You know how much I dislike outside, but I'm trying this because this just sounded so good. We're gonna do those 4, and I'll come out in a little bit, and I'll keep my eye on it, and hopefully I don't burn everything down. It says 3 minutes, so let's go on and flip them. I don't think I believe it. It doesn't look, those look pretty raw. So I think it's going to be longer than 3 minutes, but anyway. We'll see what we think. So that's how they're looking. I pulled those off. There's no seasonings on them. I went in and added a T-bone steak. I've got 2 more going. And whenever I'm going to go set up the probe because I got a probe in the steak. But this one said it got up to 160, but I just didn't trust it. It looked a little too pink for me. So anyway, it got up to 160. It looks good. I'm just paranoid, because it's pork. So it's been 3 minutes, and I've got the steak and everything on it. So I told the timer to repeat. I guess I'm just, I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken when it comes to stuff I don't normally do. So I'll show you the steak in 3 more minutes. There it is after 3 minutes. I told the neighbor guy, he's working outside, I told him to have his phone ready to call 911 so I don't start a fire in the whole neighborhood. It's gonna get my hair, y'all. We're gonna go in and pull this one out. That's the beef steak. Pull those pork steaks out too. Yeah. My fear is that I'm going to blow up something or catch myself on fire. That's my fear. I have 3 more, so I'm going to spread these out a little bit. And I'm going to do 3 minutes on each side. It's smoking. Well, not as smoking as much as it was earlier, but like I said, I'm just always afraid that it's going to catch that little grill, the gas tank. I'm afraid it's going to catch on fire and blow up. I don't know why. It's just a fear I have. Is that something that happens I mean, flames aren't coming out underneath, but is that something that happens, or is that just an irrational fear? Okay, it's been 3 minutes, so I'm gonna flip them. Okay, I'll set a timer for 3 more minutes. Well, I guess if I blow up the neighborhood, it'll be on camera. There's probably a smarter way to open that thing. I just don't do it. Ooh. And that's why I'm afraid of blowing stuff up. But don't worry, guys. Look, quality assurance is on the case. There's Lou, Sam, and Callie's out there. Baxter's inside because he only protects us from people. He doesn't protect us from grills. So, all right, I'm gonna finish these last ones up. So one of my meter probes was dead. So the battery was dead. So I went ahead and changed it in both of them. So green light and green light. So now they're in there. They're going to be back in my drawer, ready for next time. So hang on and we'll see how these pork steaks look. Let's pull out my new knife. And I need something to put it all in. Hang on. The first one I'm going to cut up is my steak. We'll see how good or bad I did on the steak. Bless his heart. Lou just knocked y'all down. Sorry. He just don't know how big his head is right now, y'all. He just don't understand. Let me cut some of this off here. Let me cut it off the bone here. I am sure that I cooked it too long. Oh, good thing I had a glove on. I am sure that I cooked it too long. Because, yeah, I was just experimenting and scared. So, and let me get a better glove. But yeah, I'm sure I cooked the beef too long. And I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Let me find an inside piece to show you. Yeah, definitely too long, but that's all right. I don't care. So I'm gonna cut up this steak, the beef steak, right quick, and put that in a container, and get that ready for me to take this week. I'll do 8-ounce serving. Well, that's grams. Hello. This is definitely char grilled, y'all. Char grilled. I'm probably going to take that bone and eat. It's a little more than 8 ounces, but it's all right. No, that's a whole lot more than 8 ounces. All right, there's 8 ounces. So that's 8 ounces right there. I'm going to set it right there for a minute. All right, because we didn't test it, or we didn't taste test it, so let's see. Tastes good. Tastes that smoky grilled flavor. bristly part I don't want. Good thing is I could give it to the dog, but since there's 3 of them, I can't. Of course it needs salt. I didn't salt them on the grill. I'll salt it when I eat it, and I'm good with that. So that's the steak. All right, let's check out the pork steak. That's how it looks inside. That looks good. I think I did the right time on the pork steaks. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That was good. I better thank the chef. So, anyway, I'm going to cut these up. And then I'll get them portioned out into 8-ounce servings. And cool thing is if I drop any and the dog gets it, there's nothing on it that they can't have. So, all right, I'm going to cut these up, y'all. So, if I would have cut these bones out before I grilled it, I could save them for the dogs. But I don't give my dogs cooked bones. They definitely get raw bones, though. But anyway, so yeah, and you could put barbecue sauce on it, however you like to grill. You know, we all have our own things that we like. I used to, but this way it's not tainted, and I can do whatever I want to with it when it's time to eat it. So, okay, I'll finish cutting them up now. As I'm here cutting up the steak, I got 2 quality assurance over on that side of me. Now, hang on. I got quality assurance down here and over there. All 4 of them. I still just have a little. I have 1.5 more to go, and they are just all under me, bumping me, just hoping I drop something. Of course, what they don't know is I am going to give them a bite when I'm all done, but they don't need to know that yet. I'm saving like some pieces that look like they're kind of burnt. So I'm giving them the not so perfect stuff. But they don't care. They'll just be so happy that they got something. So anyway, yeah, that's funny. But they are down here just like begging, praying that I'm gonna drop something. I'm gonna make sure y'all know quality assurance doesn't work for free. Hang on. Alright, I'm going to show you all quality assurance does get paid. Blue. We'll break his neck. Sammy. Callie. Baby Shark. Sit. 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 Catch. Good boy. Blue. Sammy. And that's the good thing about no seasoning. Baby Shark. Sit. Eat. Catch. Good boy. There we go. They have received their payment. Now I'm going to put these out into servings. I'll zero it out. And it'll be 8-ounce servings. Alright, so I'm going to make these up and I'll see how many I get. This was 2 family packs of pork steaks. So now that the bone is out of it, let's see how many servings I get of 8 ounces. And I think those things, they were not expensive. Pork, y'all, pork is not expensive. Now, when I was carnivore, I liked pork, but it did not stay with me as long as, and it was not as satiating as beef. So I tended to do more beef. So, all right, I'm gonna finish these up. Editing Terry here. I forgot to go back and show you all of them. I bet you it made about 12, 15 of them. It made a lot, and they're going to be good. I'm going to take a couple over to Mom so she can have some. And yeah, I've got them all in my freezers. They're all portioned out and ready to go. So you'll be seeing that in my meals over the next couple weeks. Okay, bye.